Greetings duelists and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do a Dueling Book Adventures. This is the first Dueling Book Adventure series under the new Forbidden Limited list. I kind of wanted to showcase this duel because it, I want to set a precedent of what the format is slowly becoming. And the first week is always experimental. We don't usually know exactly what is solved yet into the format. A lot of people will be trying out rogue decks. A lot of people will be trying out strategies. But I kind of made a few observations that I kind of want people to understand when it comes to the landscape of the format. Without further ado, let's begin. So I'm going first, and my opponent is playing the Rikka Sunavalon Plant Aroma deck, and I'm playing something very interesting. The what I'm playing is Kashtira Goblin Rider or Goblin Biker. I already showcased a version of this deck in the last format. I figured after the format change, I started to revisit all of my other decks that I've played in the past. I did a combo showcase with Thunder Dragon Colossus in the Thunder Pile deck. In the last video. On this video, I'm testing out the Goblin Kashtira deck, and this you're about to see how this deck operates, what is the deck's win condition. Um, so what do the Kashtira monsters do for goblins? It facilitates XYZ summons, and since goblins are an XYZ centric archetype, you don't care about the XYZ lock from either Theosis or Ricehard. Which means that you can just freely use your resources for your goblins and just combo extend with the goblins themselves. So here I do Torpedo, I do Fortress. So in hindsight, I could have made Gabanga, and I could have used Gabanga uh, in order to just have another interruption alongside these, but I kind of wanted to play around the Biru. I did not know if he had any other hand traps, so I just went and did the safe route, which is this board. And this board is respectable because in the standby phase, the Shangri-La is going to trigger. The Shangri-La doesn't need materials in order to just summon from the deck. And I have the interruption from Unicorn, the interruption from Fenrir. I have the full armor XYZ that's going to turn Fortress into the Armor Lancer. And I have Imperm, which he does have the crossout for. So that's one less interruption. But I kind of just wanted to showcase you what the deck does, because I think Goblin Bikers are in a very weird spot. I feel like the deck is really good. It's just a matter of what engines can you pair alongside it that can make it function uh substantially well. There's the option of Tistina, like I did beforehand. I also did Punks. There's Phantom Knights. There are other options. I feel Kashtira is the best engine that can be paired with goblins. We already saw Kashtira doing well being paired with the Snake Eye deck in the past format. Uh, Similarly, this format will probably see something around the same pace. But yeah, I feel uh, in a strategy like Goblins, Kashtira is just a perfect fit, because Goblins is a strategy that doesn't have a lot of room for non-engine. The main issue of Goblins is that you have to play the Goblin engine itself, and you also need to play another engine to supplement the facilitation of XYZ summons. And that's already going to take a chunk out of your main deck, which already makes it very limiting for goblins as a whole. So that's where the Kashtira cards come in. Kashtira just naturally fits with goblins very well. So this is my opponent's end board. He ended up on Teardrop and Rosemary. You will see that I did misplay in this duel. One of the biggest misplays that I did is I needed to bait the teardrop effect. In order to do that, I could have just either activated Boomlock on his turn, or I could have activated the Grand Entrance. I did not do that, and I will get punished for that. So I normal Terror Top into Taketomborg, Special It, Gabonga. He activates the Rikka by sending Fenrir. I activate Entrance. He chains the Teardrop. I chain the Boomlock to make sure I don't lose all the materials. And now I Kashtira Birth to Fenrir. Fenrir grab the Unicorn, and I already normal summoned this turn, which it was the Speedroid. I take the Rikka. I use Fenrir. I banish. I swing with both. Main phase 2, I make SP Little Knight. And this is another thing I want to talk about. With Baron and Savage gone from the game, a lot more people are going to be a lot more comfortable playing board breaking strategies. And a board breaking card that's really really good this upcoming format is SP Little Knight. If your deck can facilitate the summon of SP Little Knight and use his secondary effect, be it by just resolving talents or by other means, then this can just pick apart your opponent's entire board very, very easily. Like, I've been on scenarios where I just try to break the board, facilitate it, and then uh, just the existence of SP Little Knight makes it so I can fully break the board. Another board breaking card, I did not summon it at the moment, but another one that's also really good is Sky Crisis, Stellar Typhon. I think Typhon is going to be seeing a lot more play now because a lot of boards that a lot of people are making are not filled with like very very oppressive cards outside of stuff like Thunder Dragon Colossus, for example. I will talk about that in another video. But yeah, like if your deck can afford to play like Talent, Droplets, Lightning Storm, like all those board breaking cards, I think that you're in a good spot because this is just going to be like very awkward for your opponent to deal with. As you can see here, SP and Fenrir just cleaned up their entire board. They're resolving their Rikka cards, but without the Rikka Princess or without the access to the other Rikka cards. I already gutted half of the commitment that he made from the extra deck. It's just really really hard for them to deal with. So now we're here in game 2, and as you can see, I do have Ash Blossom, and I also have Lightning Storm. You will see that that will play a pivotal role very soon. But yeah, my opponent is doing the plant combo. He activates Lily Borea. I was holding the Ash Blossom for sowing, but I kind of have to. I'm kind of forced to do it on the Borea because Borea gets them to Regulus, and Regulus is just a non-negate. That's another thing I want to talk about. Any deck that can summon the Therion King will be like very benefited from it this format because a lot of people are caught off guard. Not many people are going to be playing like the really good board breaking cards like Dark Ruler no more and Droplets, meaning that Therion King Regulus is just like a free negation that can just deal with certain cards when you're trying to make your end board. That being said, they go sowing into twin into healer into Logi, and now you're starting to see why these plant cards got limited in the first place. Once Snake Eye format starts dwindling down, and we start like moving into the other lesser decks, I think plants are in a position where they can like be the thesis between what is rogue and what it's not rogue. Uh, the benchmark for it used to be Sword Soul, but with Baron the Floor being gone from the game, Sword Soul lost that position. So now we're threading into a position where Plant is just going to be like that perfect medium between like what is rogue and is not a rogue deck. We see Aroma Service Jasmine being summoned. Two Jasmines are summoned. The Laurel is going to trigger. That makes both Jasmines add to the hand. They add two Aromas. They special Laurel because you can. They special Rosemary. Rosemary grabs Aroma Blend. Aroma Blend. Uh, this is a very interesting card. Not many people are in the Aroma version, but if you play the Aroma version, you can Aroma Blend. Aroma Blend can set the Humid Winds, and this can banish itself from the graveyard to fusion summon. So this is just a very worthwhile strategy. Now we see the Rikka portion of the combo. We see Rikka Glamour. We now see Aroma Blend resolving. Now they summon another Jasmine. They're going to do Humid Winds, because Humid Winds is going to like give him a mass amount of pluses, just because of Jasmine. They special Jasmine from the deck, the other Jasmine, and the other Jasmine is going to make it so they can summon Cactus Bouncer at the end of the combo. So now they go Melias into Bengal Lancer. They summon Snowdrop. They make the Queen. They special the Bengal Lancer, and they normal Cactus Bouncer, and they end their turn. So you see Lightning Storm in my hand. I think Lightning Storm is going to be a lot more powerful now. Like without like a lot of common Omni negates or spell trap negates on the on like in the game. This card is just a very safe pick as a card that you should be maining or siding. So you can see that Lightning Storm, he has no way to negate this Lightning Storm, meaning that all his monsters are going to be gone. And that's one of the biggest weaknesses of plants. Like the plant deck is very weak to board breakers, just like this and droplets and other cards. They're really strong against monster interactions. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to like showcase this duel because one, I think this is one deck that does have a place in this format if Snake Eyes were not like as dominant as they would be. And the other thing is this first week is very experimental. A lot of people are going to be playing a lot of different decks. I think this is like a safe pick for week one. And the last thing I kind of wanted to just talk about is like the importance of board breakers, because I think a lot of people are tunnel visioned on how powerful Protoss and Colossus and like other floodgate monsters are in the game. But if you're smart enough, if you deck build correctly, and you have like the right tools, either in your main or your extra deck, you shouldn't struggle against those monsters too much. Like any deck that can summon Colossus is just going to lose to like Stellar Nemesis Typhon, for example. So yeah, I hope you found this video informative to your liking and understanding. More videos coming soon. Keep practicing and keep dueling.